I was hoping that I could make it to the next practice session.
So P2 wasn't the goal.
P2 was never the goal.
One word to describe turn 1 at the start.
Chaos.
So, let's talk about your first national race weekend.
Yeah, it was a lot.
For people who don't know, how many cars were in your class?
28. Biggest class of the weekend.
And how many national races have you done before this one?
0.
0. This is Buttonwillow Raceway Park, middle of nowhere, California. Season opener for the SCCA Hoosier Super Tour, which is basically the national series for amateur road racing in America. Multiple national champions showed up today. Mike Miserandino, 5 national championships. John Black, 4 national championships.
Always gas, always gas, always.
Caleb Schrader, the reigning national champion, as in the guy who won the whole thing last year. So that's 10 national championships combined on the grid. And you had...
I had a car that worked at that point.
At that point. Okay, let's talk about Friday.
In love and war, all is fair. No pain, no gain, no play for losers. Go get a baby, now I'm going for you. Yeah, you're the prize that caught my eye.
Second practice session, lap 2. Someone moved a cone onto the racing line. Assad didn't see it until he was right on top of it. Okay, so practice 2, the cone.
Yeah, I was following traffic, just minding my own business, learning the racing line, and the cone just jumped out in front of me. I had nowhere to go.
Were you worried about the car?
Not really, just a little bit. The real one is later.
The real one was later. Okay, practice 4, the sandwich. Walk me through it.
It was the outlap. The car in the front of the group spun, and the car directly in front of me saw that spin and stopped completely on the racing line. I tried to brake, but the distance was too close, and I hit him. The guy behind me also hit me.
Front and back.
Front and back in a practice session.
What did you think when it happened?
Honestly, I was hoping that I could make it to the next practice session because I knew I had to do it.
You weren't sad or frustrated?
I mean, it wasn't my fault. Both impact. There was nothing I could have done. So we fix it and we go again.
He's 15. Saturday morning, 15-minute qualifying. The car that got sandwiched the day before? P3, third fastest out of 28.
One word to describe turn 1 at the start.
Chaos.
Crazy.
Perilous. Very, very difficult one.
Slippery.
Sketchy. Sloppy.
Crazy.
Scary.
Slippery.
I just got second place at the Hoosier Super Tour. I feel really happy. I drove a great race. There was some great fighting among other competitors, and it was really fun overall.
That's great to hear. Congratulations on P2.
P2, your first national race ever, behind the reigning champion. Most people would be thrilled.
I was happy. I really was. I felt great. The racing was clean and the car felt fast.
But
I knew the car had more. I just didn't put it together in some of the sections. And there was another race tomorrow.
so P2 wasn't the goal.
P2 was never the goal.
Sunday qualifying, 15 minutes. For people who don't know, pole position is when you start a race in first, in front of everyone. So when you're sitting on the grid and you look in your mirrors,
27 cars behind you, including a 5-time champion, a 4-time champion, and the reigning champion.
no pressure.
No pressure. But starting first doesn't mean you stay first. Turn 1 can change everything.
You start the race on pole. In turn 1, Caleb passes you. What's going through your head?
Honestly, nothing panicked. He got a better run into turn 1. That's racing. My thought was, okay, now I follow. I learn his lines, I see where he's strong, where he's not, and I wait.
You followed him for 25 minutes.
Yeah, and during that time we both pulled away from everyone else. Over 9 seconds. So I knew the race was between us. Nobody else was coming.
When did you know you were going to pass him?
I could feel it building. He was losing grip. I was getting closer through certain sections. And then with about 5 minutes left, the gap was there. So I took it.
Then you set the fastest lap.
I wanted to make sure there was no question.
There was no question.
Congratulations on P1. How do you feel about it?
Crazy. It's a crazy experience. I loved it. Racing was great and it was really fun to drive.
Okay, last question. The important one.
Go ahead.
Win the race but eat a lemon, or P2 and eat a pizza?
Win. Eat the lemon. Every time.
You're insane. One more.
What?
Can I drive?
Sure, you can drive anytime you want.
Get that racing license.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Maybe in like 6 years.
No.
10 national championships on the grid. 0 for the kid, and the kid won. But he still won't let me drive.